Hello guys, and welcome to this Aperture tutorial. First off, I'm just going to show you a quick preview of what we're going to be accomplishing in this tutorial. So first off, I have this image that I've taken on my phone, and I want to enhance it a bit to show, say, that type of feel where the viewer would allow to see the type of view that I was seeing, because basically this is just taken off the phone and this isn't what I personally saw on that day. So to adjust it, we're basically going to change this type of photo over to this one. So as you can see, there's a big difference. First off, with the color, you can see a huge amount of difference, and basically this one looks way much nicer, much more pleasant to look at, because this one just looks very basic and just looks normal. But this version actually brings out the type of hot type of summer day where you can see the sun up in the sky, and etc. So to be able to do this, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my adjustments. So this is just a quick adjustment. I didn't go through a lot of details. All I did was use the quick, easy presets that are available under the inspector. So the first one that I used was highlights and shadows. As you guys can see here, basically the more you pick it up, the more it will highlight the dark areas and shadows. So basically, if you have a photo of, say, you and on a sunny day, and there happens to be, say, a shadow of you, you could be able to increase the intensity of the highlights, or actually keep the highlights down and increase the intensity of the shadow to basically remove it, if that's what you want to do. And again, vice versa, if you want to keep the shadow and maybe exclude yourself a bit from the photo. So the first thing I've used, of course, was the highlights and shadows, and the next thing that I've added is the enhance. And this basically auto enhances it, and you can be able to fool around with the contrast, the definition, the saturation, and the vibrancy. And you could also take a look at the tint and, you know, maybe correct some of your colors that you want to correct. So if you want to make it seem a bit more of these cold type of day, you just want to bring the blacks towards the blue, which makes it feel a bit colder. Let me see if I can demonstrate. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks a bit more colder view. So it looks like it's the sun's about to set, and you know, it's about to turn night, and it's about, say, 7 or 8 p.m. during the summer. And of course, you can do the opposite to make it seem a more warm day. You bring it towards the reds and the yellows, and that should do the same trick. Next thing I've added is a vignette. Most of you might know what a vignette is, and most of you might not. So what a vignette does is it basically highlights the corners of the photo to make it seem a bit more old, not type of old, like it makes the photo look very unique, and it makes it have a touch of you know, like back in the day type of stuff. I use vignette all the time in all of my photos, and it just helps, you know, to help the viewer focus on the more important area. Now, of course, you can increase the intensity and decrease it however you like, and of course the radius, you know, you could bring it all the way in, you know, focus on one area. So I'm just going to keep it on here. So as you guys can see, there was a huge difference between this photo and this photo. To me, it just looks way much better. You know, the ground looks way much more pleasant to look at. And of course this one just looks washed out, completely dry and basic. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. If you have any recommendations for our next tutorial about this application, feel free to go ahead and leave that below. Rate this video if you'd like, and feel free to subscribe. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.